Manchester United last won the Champions League 15 years ago, and they still haven't won the Premier League since 2013. Since then, they've changed managers more often than some people change their phone wallpapers. So today, I'm taking over Manchester United, and my goal is simple: turn them back into the biggest club in world football. But before we can do that, we need to look at this squad, and one man who's definitely staying is Bruno Fernandes. The guy literally broke the Premier League assist record in a single season. But can we talk about how Thierry Henry somehow got 20 assists while playing striker? Like seriously, what was that man doing? Anyway, looking at the squad, there are three obvious weaknesses: a right winger, a centre-back, and another midfielder. Luckily, the board had already signed Ederson before I even arrived. With Casemiro gone, he'll partner Kobbie Mainoo in midfield while Bruno plays further forward. For the right wing position, we signed the Japanese Messi himself, Keira Mitoma. At centre-back, we brought in Eder Militao from Real Madrid, and because Luke Shaw spends more time in the medical room than on the pitch, we also signed Lewis Hall from Newcastle. I know Patrick Dorgu can play there, but under Amorim he was mostly used as a wing-back, and that's not how we're playing. So Shaw is sold, the squad is rebuilt, the tactics are ready, and it's time to sim Season 1. Season 1. And honestly, what a start. Manchester United win the Premier League with 91 points, finishing 5 points above Chelsea. The title drought is officially over. But the real story was Europe. We knocked out Celtic in the round of 16, destroyed Sevilla in the quarter-finals, then somehow got past Bayern Munich in the semis, which meant one thing: a Champions League final against Barcelona. And somehow, we won it. In my first season, Manchester United are champions of Europe again. The FA Cup though? Yeah. Aston Villa sent us home in round 2. Let's just pretend that competition never happened. Benjamin Sesko was unbelievable, scoring 27 Premier League goals. Bruno Fernandes and Bryan Mbeumo both finished with 11 assists. In Europe, Harry Kane stole the Golden Boot, but Mbeumo scored 8, Sesko scored 7, and Mitoma added 6. Not a bad first year. Season 2. Then reality hit, FFP. And to make matters worse, I had to sell Bruno Fernandes to Al Hilal for £50 million. Trust me, I wasn't happy either. Replacing him was Matheus Cunha. Not exactly Bruno, but it'll have to do. Despite all that, we somehow got even better. Manchester United retained the Premier League with 92 points, only 2 ahead of Chelsea. They were breathing down our necks all season. The FA Cup ended in the quarter-finals against Arsenal, and in Europe, we beat Feyenoord in the round of 16 only to run into Real Madrid in the quarter-finals. And once Madrid appear in the Champions League, weird things start happening. We were out. Sesko scored 32 league goals. Absolutely ridiculous. Mbappe won the Champions League Golden Boot, but Sesko still managed 7 goals, while Mbeumo got 6. Season 3. With the finances finally recovering, I made a statement signing Cole Palmer. And if Chelsea fans are watching, I'm sorry. Mazraoui and Malaysia were sold, but thanks to FFP, I could only make 2 signings. Still, this team was becoming a machine. 96 Premier League points. 7 clear of Manchester City. The league was ours. In the FA Cup, we knocked out Arsenal, beat Newcastle in the semis, then somehow lost the final to Manchester City. Pain. But not as painful as the Champions League. We beat Lyon, knocked out Arsenal, beat Juventus, reached the final, and everything was set. Then Fiorentina happened. A penalty shootout, the worst invention in football history. We lost. Sesko missed out on the Premier League Golden Boot to Salah despite scoring 27 goals. He topped the FA Cup charts with 5 goals, and in Europe, he exploded for 10. Mitoma and Mainoo both added 4. The Champions League trophy slipped away. Season 4. After 3 seasons of building, it was time to go all in. Kylian Mbappe. Florian Wirtz. 2 world-class signings. Mitoma was pushed to the bench, Mason Mount was sold, and Obermartin went out on loan. This was the strongest Manchester United squad we'd built, and they delivered. Premier League champions again. 91 points. 8 clear of Arsenal. In the FA Cup, we beat Brighton, beat Porto, then defeated Manchester City in the final, finally bringing the cup back to Old Trafford. But Europe was unfinished business. We knocked out Bayer Leverkusen, then Dortmund, then Barcelona, and waiting for us in the final. Fiorentina. The team that broke our hearts 1 year earlier. This wasn't just a final. This was revenge. And this time, we got it. Manchester United win the Champions League again. The revenge arc is complete. Sesko couldn't catch Salah in the league Golden Boot race, finishing with 29 goals. Mbappe scored 17 league goals in his first season. Mainoo led the Premier League assists chart with 10. In Europe, Sesko was unstoppable, 13 Champions League goals and a Golden Boot. Mbappe added 8, Cole Palmer led the competition with 4 assists, and in the FA Cup, Sesko finished top scorer with 7 goals. By the end of Season 4, Manchester United had won 4 Premier League titles, 2 Champions Leagues, and 1 FA Cup. From a club stuck in the past to the best team in world football. Not bad for a team that couldn't stop changing managers every other season.